You examine the third and fourth walls of your room. You check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. You check the message.
I understand that you've recently come into possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Brew magazine.
That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to go get it from him, so I'll be right back.
John.
What?
You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You are typing to me right now, while wearing something ridiculous.
No, why would you even think that? That's so stupid.
Okay. Why don't you go get the game from your father?
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way. Just kidding, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha!
I know, John.
You go back downstairs. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. You attach the arms to the doll. You don't care what Colonel Sasker says. That makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. You inspect the burnt paper on the floor.
Proud road.
You put this back in the fire where it belongs. You throw the present wrap in the fire. As long as you're cleaning up. You captchalogue the doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. You read Colonel Sassaker's text.
The creepy crawlies. Hell's bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We merely nicked the mahogany of our jail chests. If I may direct the incisive oval of your beagle bruise to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and file of creepy crawly. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifice useful to your exploits. Is your papyrus rod and reel handy? What about a bit of iron cord? It should improve elusive, bring those writhing rascals to life, and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus. Do you have a troubled aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad, splintery fence, a bucket of whitewash, perhaps. By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that Donny Jet who puts his lackadaisical lead near the sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet.
You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now, but this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. You go find Dad and retrieve the mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? You go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. You examine your father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray captchalogue card. There is also a can of peanuts on that desk. Aha, oh Dad, you won't be falling for that one again anytime soon. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You upgrade your costume with a hat from the hat rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. You combine the second pipe with the clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. You examine the capsulog card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your Scylla. You capsulog the capsulog card. Ah! You play a haunting piano refrain. You decide to play 52 Pickup. You play the prankster's favorite card game, even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid, look at this mess. The peanut gallery over there sure is getting a kick out of it. You are allergic to their scorn. You attempt to leave the house. You go back into the living room and contemplate checking the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should exhaust all possibilities before plunging headlong into a dad encounter. Your television is currently airing a commercial.
Summer, coming to a supermarket near you. There's going to be a great new high-C flavor with an outrageous fruit taste. And what are we going to call it? Ecto Cooler. High-C Ecto Cooler. Slimer's new fruit drink. You've been warned.
You decide to exit. You exit the house. You check the mail. Predictably, the mailbox is empty. You have already been scooped by your father. The streets are empty. Wind skims the voids, keeping neighbors apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed, or say, a plundered mailbox. A familiar note is produced. It's the one Desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune. It is your 13th birthday, and with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life. The game presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand in the repertoire of an unseen riddler, one to engender a sense of not mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It is a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all. Absence diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans a fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that, 100% positive. You have a feeling it's going to be a long day. You decide to leave a surprise for the mailman.
No!
You see if your father left the mail in the car. The door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package. There's also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper. Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that's usually in the mail, like bills and coupons. Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. You decide to spy in the kitchen. You try to get a gander through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot. It seems like your dad has been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you can see what's going on in the table just beside the window. It looks like the mail is there. Included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears to be suspiciously labeled with the Suburb logo. Could it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked. You go back into the kitchen. You have no other choice. You're going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic. You enter. Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't know what you were even thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands between you and the mail. There's only one way to settle this. Strike!
Hey guys, I'm Rob, voice of John Egbert for Soft Orchestra. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates. You can also check out our blog, which will be linked in the description for more information. We mentioned last episode that we're working on a visual novel, and we'll soon announce auditions for that in the next episode of Soft Orchestra Homestuck. We are also in need of a Tavros and a Wayward Vagabond for the Homestuck dub, so if you would like to audition for either of those roles, you can find more information about that on our blog. Once again, thanks for watching.